Okay, so this is one thing. We'll go to the images. We'll look at the image how it will work. This is a virtualization server. This is okay. This is okay. We'll see. This is a virtualization server. Means it's a server, and we have a desktop. Okay. Then we are connecting the desktop through network. That's a very simple, right? But it is not like that. It is. I will see what is that virtualization desktop. This is a remote desktop services and virtualization desktop, the kind of stuff. Guys, here a lot of terminologies you should understand. Simple, understand simple. Okay. So first of all, I'm not going to that VDI part, but I will tell simple things first. This is my PC. This is my APC. PCA is there, for example. Okay, because it is not a complex or not a simple also. Okay, so okay, so here I have a computers. Everything is in network. Okay, so this is my computer. In this computer I have a operating system anyway, so we have a generally computer means we have a operating system. So maybe a Windows operating system. So I have Windows operating system, Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10, whatever it is. And I have an applications. Okay, these are important or a powerful applications we can't able to install in every PC. I have a very good system and I have applications in that one. The scenario is, for example, these are computers. These are also computers. Either it is normal desktops like a normal Windows desktops or a terminal systems. Okay, like other things. What are it is? I don't want to install or I cannot install these applications in my C1, C2, C3. Applications are running in the PCA. Applications are running in a PCA. Guys, can you able to hear, right? So voice is okay. Guys, are you got the
Yes,
first
sir.
point, right? Okay. Yeah. Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay, so I have a PC and these are my normal PCs anyway. I have an applications in this PC running here. So these applications I can't install here. So I have to access these applications from here. How to access? Simple. Remote desktop protocol. Remote desktop. Using a remote desktop through network, we can connect this PC and we can able to see the PC from here. Okay, we can view the PC from our system using a remote desktop protocol. Using remote desktop protocol, right? So we can go to like go to run terminal server connection Microsoft terminal server connection. Okay, MSTSC. So this is a remote desktop connection. For example, if I have a system where remote desktop is enabled, so I will give the system name or IP address, name or IP address here, and give the username. Connect. When you click on a connect, automatically It established the connection, asking for a user password. Use password, give the password, so I can view that PC screen from my PC. Okay, so that is called a remote desktop. That is called a remote desktop. Practically, if you want, then how to turn on again my any two virtual machines I can able to access. Okay, but now I don't want to do it, so we just we can do it, but it will again have to start. It will take time. Already, lot of time completed. Guys, understand what is a remote desktop? Okay, are you understand remote desktop?
Sir.
Okay. Next, the rule in a Microsoft remote desktop thing rule is,
Excuse
yeah,
sir.
tell me.
Sir, I lost my audio. Can you please explain it once again, sir? Remote desktop.
Okay, okay, I will explain. Okay, this is my PC. PCA is there. Okay, in this computer I have a operating system, Windows 7 or Windows 10, and I have an applications in this PC. So I want to access this PC, so then I can work in this PC. So directly physically we cannot able to access, or maybe we don't access. So you want to access from this PC one only. Okay, we are accessing from this PC only. Okay, so what we are doing, so we'll go to C1, and we have to give something like here. I type where is this? The command is in a run. Directly also we can open. You can go to search and all, from run how to use it. MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Server Connection. MSTSC. So then it will open Microsoft micro, okay, remote desktop connection is open. Here give the PCA IP address or a name, like a host name, like that you can give. Then username of the PCA, username, and click connect. It will ask for the password, so then we can able to connect this one. So you can see PCA from C1. You can see PCA from C1. Okay, so that is called a remote desktop. So this is a remote desktop protocol. So we can access the remote PC from there to here. So I have a PC in my network. I want to access that PC from my PC. So how to do it? Using remote desktop protocol, we can able to access. Okay, and we can run the applications. If I run an application app one, I am running here. Actually, where it is running, I running a app one here in this remote desktop. Actually, where is this application running? Where resources it will take from
PCA.
PCA only. Okay, so that is a remote desktop.
PCA.
Uh,
So what is the
yes.
advantages? What is the advantage? For example, my PC is a capacity is less capacity. For example, 2 GB RAM. Okay, a single core PC. That's it. Not a big capacity. Hard disk is also not much availability is not there. But this is a high capacity PC. Applications are running. I want to work with that application. I have to work with that application. Anything. So we can connect remote desktop. So we can run an application from our PC. So we can work will be continuous, because application is a heavy application. For example, application is a heavy application like a AutoCAD. What is that one? Photo Studio. Something is there, na? Like that. Adobe kind of stuff. Corel Draw, SolidWorks, like that. So it's a heavy application when you are using a heavy applications, the problem is you cannot run in your weak PC. Normal PCs you can't able to run. Lower capacity PCs you can't able to run. So we can run in a high capacity PC. So we can connect to remote desktop. We can run it. So this is so other scenarios with the remote desktop. But there is a condition for a remote desktop from Microsoft. What is a Microsoft condition is general condition. One PC and what is the difference between Linux and Windows in the terms of user? Linux is multi-user,
Multi-user.
multitasking, right?
Multi-user.
Windows is
Multitasking, single user.
multitasking, single user, multitasking. Okay, meaning is at a time you can log in with one user only. Unlike Linux, we see in Linux also, right? We log in with root, we log in with a student, and we log in with a Spurti. Like that, we can log in with the 10 users at a time also. We can log into same PC, either directly or remotely also. Directly we can log in, remotely also we can able to log in Linux. But in a Windows, we can't do like that. If you log in with one user, either you sign out from the user and you can sign in with another user. So that is a Microsoft. So one PC, one user, one connection. Okay, one RDP connection, one remote desktop connection. It means, for example, here username is user one. I log in here means for remote desktop purpose. This is the user one in the PCA user is user one. So one A. Otherwise, I will put a PCA username is one A like that. Okay. So I log in here as a user one A. What happened here? Okay, in this remote desktop I'm logging from the C1. I'm logging with a username user1a. What happened when I log in from here? It will be log out. You are logging here, you log out from here automatically. Automatically, when you log in here, it log out here. Okay, so you can view the screen. We can able to work on it. What is the problem here? If you want to work in PCA, it cannot work because it's working in a different screen. So this is the one issue here in a remote desktop. So what is it? One PC, one user, one connection type means either you access a PC directly or through the remote desktop, but only one single user can able to log in at a time. Understand, guys? Condition. Okay. So then I will move on. So people are not. Now the question is, if I want to access this PCA from C2 and C3 also, because not only one person, multiple users also required to access these applications or a desktop from their PCs at a time. What to do? The question is, as per this condition, only one user can able to access one PC, one user, one connection type rule. So when I am accessing from C1, automatically in PCA desktop will be logged out automatically. And when I try to access from C2, what happened? Again, it is logged out from PCA anyway, it is already logged out, and from here also it will be logged out. If I connect with the C3, it log out from C2 and log in here at C3. So what happened? The rule is one connection, one user, one PC type rule, but same PC want to accessed by multiple users, means from multiple computers. What to do? Got the point, guys? Scenario understand? Scenario, you don't require an answer also. Understand the scenario? I have a 10 computers and one main computer contains main applications are running. Okay? All these 10 from all these computers I want to access my PCA. All the 10 computers want to access PCA as a remote desktop. But as a condition, one PC, one user, one connection type means one connection, one user accessing from one computer. I'm accessing the PCA, so others cannot access at a time. They are automatically logged out. Okay, so this is the situation. So what Microsoft suggests is how many connections you require. So Microsoft also will give how many connections you are required. For example, I require 20 connections. But 20 remote desktop connections. 20 remote desktop connections I need it. So in my company, I have a main PC, one PC is there, but now I want to connect 20 connections. So what it will do, Microsoft will give you a bundle of licenses. It will give you a license bundle, 20 license bundle. You have to purchase 20 license bundle to get a 20 remote connections. Okay? If you have a 50, then 50 license bundle you have to purchase it. Or maybe already you purchased 20, then you have to purchase 30 more PC license bundle. Okay? Like that. It depends upon Microsoft the license bundle. You have to purchase the license. Okay? And to the license, you have to mention user, how many users are accessing. For example, user 1A is belongs to this one. For example, yeah, sorry guys, that is my Alexa. Alexa off. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so for example, I have a users, user 3, user 4, user 5, user 6, user 7. Like I have a user base is there. For example, here I want to log in as a user 1, user 2. Here I want to log in as a user 3. Here I want to log in as a user 4. Not domain user, these are all remote desktop users. For when you establish a connection, when you are establishing a connection here, you have to put your username like a user 1, user 2, like that you have to give. Okay, the usernames. So for example, I'm sitting in one PC, I given a user 2. Here for example, Jagan is accessing, so Jagan put something user 3 from his PC. Okay, maybe Shakir is accessing, Shakir putting a user 4. Okay, Rahul is accessing from his desktop, he put a user 5. Like what is these users? Your computer, your main computer having some username, but this is a users are remote desktop users. So for this remote desktop, okay, in a remote desktop, I have to add these users into that one. So there is a group or a license related. So how many licenses are there? Those many users you can able to create in your main system. So these are all remote desktop users. So user 1A can able to access directly PCA, but um, okay. So for example, better I will put a RU1. This is better option, I think. Remote desktop user. What do you do? RD1, RDU1, remote desktop user 1. Okay. RDU2, RDU3, RDU4, RDU5, RDU6. Okay. For example, 6 users. Example. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I created users in the PC, but not as a regular user accounts. It is a users. The users are remote desktop users. Users are remote desktop users. I created and I link to that my license key. How many licenses are there? Those many users I can create in my remote desktop. So I will open my RDP connection. So then I'll use RDU1. Okay, I log in here, RDU2, RDU3, like that. So I log in with this one. So when I establish a connection, the remote desktop kind of stuff will verify your username. So your username is in the remote desktop connection list. So then it give the connection. At a time, multiple users can access same desktop now. At a time, multiple users can access same desktop environment, so that applications we can able to run. So different application, for example, this PCA contains a 20 applications are there, maybe a 5 applications are think 5 main applications are there. So each user can able to choose which application based on their work, so they can connect it, so they can open the application, they can run it. Okay. So this is remote desktop. So if you want to get a more connections, you required license from the Microsoft. So then you can add those many users to your PC as a remote desktop users. So from your normal desktops, from other we can able to connect to the PCA with a username as given in a remote desktop user. We can access, we can run it. Understand the point, guys? How to access the multiple users to a single PC using a remote desktop protocol. Because there is no nodes, nothing is there. You can read it from the PPTs and all, but problem is it is does not having that clarification. It is giving statements. Statements are there. What we will understand from the statement. Got the point or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. Good. Because each point step by step you should understand, then only we can understand next one. Okay, I can continuously, I will tell, no problem. For example, hardware time, or maybe at a server time, or maybe in 1 or 2 classes, I'll keep going. Because of once you have a something information, so you can search it, you can read it. Maybe if you don't understand now, you can understand later, no problem. But this one is, so only thing is from last 5 6 years we struggle to get into the points one by one. Infrastructure I want to. Okay, that's why I'm asking. So compulsory respond. If you don't understand, please again ask me. No problem. It's like we have to little bit imagination required. That's also okay. The point is why we need a remote desktop. The question is come to the starting point. Why we need a this remote desktop kind of stuff? Why we should access the remote desktops from our PCs? Why we need? What is the purpose of accessing remote desktop?
Because to access the applications, sir.
Yes, to access the applications in the that particular desktop. PCA contains application. We want that to run the applications. We want to use that applications. So we are using this remote desktop. Very good. That is the main point. Okay. Point number one. What happened? Oppa. This is just a paintbrush. This is also what is this? Again, it is flickering. What happened today? Today I woke up early. I ready very good. On time I started. It's
Muhurta is not good for today.
it's a very good one. So I woke up in early means everything is good. Sometimes it happens. Here. See, stop again. I written on a screen one. On screen means in a paintbrush. And two. Pah, you can't keep disconnecting this one. Better I use Google Meet. Nothing. I don't open a virtual machine also to handle the load. I don't have a very big applications. I didn't open my virtual machine. That I cannot decide useless applications.
Maybe Tushar can help you to decide that.
To decide
Sir,
that. Okay.
hire him for one day, sir. He will manage all your loads, sir.
Actually, I have planned to purchase another external hard disk. So first of all, I will remove the data mainly. I have a plan to buy a new laptop. We'll see, but not like this one. This is a very good laptop. Even I scolded my sister when she purchased this laptop. Also, she took a Windows 8 original. The laptop comes with original Windows 8. The laptop is having touchscreen, and I added 8 GB RAM. Came with 4 GB, and I added 8 GB RAM. Touchscreen, Windows 8 original. See, happy removable battery. Nowadays we can't remove the backside battery if you got a problem also. Keep flickering. See? I want to tell only 2 3 points to complete at least for a deadline. Not a deadline. It is like before I give at least I can give